Okay, so you've been checking out the F-22 and the F-35.
Right.
And you're probably wondering,
Yeah.
how come the F-22 looks so much bigger? But the F-35 can actually carry more fuel. That's what we're going to deep dive into today using what you sent us.
Awesome.
It just seems like the bigger something is, the more it can carry.
Sure.
But let's see how these two jets kind of break that rule.
You'd think so, right? It's interesting because right off the bat, each aircraft's core purpose really shapes how big it is and what it can do. The F-22, with its large wingspan, its length and height, is built to rule the skies. An air superiority fighter, like you said. It's designed to take out enemy aircraft.
Okay.
It's like a heavyweight boxer built to win in the air. And we're talking a serious heavyweight, 83,500 pounds at takeoff.
So it's not just about looking tough then,
Right.
this air superiority thing.
Right.
What are the advantages of that size in a dogfight?
Exactly. The size helps it move better in the air, so it can outmaneuver enemies. And maybe even makes it harder for radar to see it.
Stealthy.
Yeah. Now, the F-35 is a different story.
Right. It can do a bunch of different things. So how does that affect its design?
Right.
And why is it smaller, maxing out at 70,000 pounds at takeoff?
It's more versatile. It can handle both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. But here's the kicker. Even though it's smaller, the F-35 has a bigger fuel tank inside. A lot bigger, like 18,498 pounds of fuel.
Wow, that's the real mystery here.
It is.
How does it pack all that fuel into a smaller plane? Is it sacrificing something to do that?
It's a good question.
Like maneuverability or the ability to carry a lot of weapons inside?
They designed the F-35 to hold as much fuel as possible.
Right.
Now, it might have to make some design compromises compared to a pure air superiority fighter.
Sure.
But that extra fuel lets it fly farther and stay in the air longer,
Yeah.
which is really important for all the different missions it does.
And what about that beast mode we've heard about? The F-35 can really load up, right?
Oh, yeah. Beast mode means the F-35 is carrying a ton of weapons on the outside,
Okay.
up to 26,000 pounds of bombs and missiles. That goes back to its multi-role design.
I see.
It gives it a lot of flexibility for attacking ground targets and other missions. And remember, that's on top of all the fuel it already has inside.
So just to recap, the F-22 is big because it needs to control the skies.
Exactly.
The F-35, even though it's smaller, focuses on carrying a ton of fuel internally.
Right.
So it can fly long distances and do different missions.
Yeah.
And then it can also attach a lot of weapons externally when it needs to.
Exactly.
It's all about what each plane is made to do.
You got it.
Yeah.
The F-22 is like the ultimate air-to-air predator, while the F-35 is more like a Swiss Army knife, ready for anything.
It's amazing how looks can be deceiving, right?
Yeah,
Especially with complicated engineering.
absolutely.
Just because something is big doesn't mean it's always better.
Nope.
It's really about how it's designed and the choices engineers made to get the job done. It
Exactly.
makes you think, doesn't it?
That does.
How often do we judge things just by how they look
Yeah,
without really understanding why they are the way they are?
it happens all the time.
Think about the things you use every day. Your phone, your car, your computer.
Right.
What decisions went into making them look and work the way they do?
Really makes you appreciate the design,
Absolutely.
the thought that goes into it.
Really fascinating stuff. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.
Sounds good.
See ya!